Hello everyone and welcome to Round 1 VFR Tier 1 F1. And I am joined today by GSR Hamilton. GSR Hamilton, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite good. I have to commentate VFR. Lots of quick people, very competitive grid. Got the likes of Marley, Finder Yum, Golden Fast, AK, Jerty Norris, RPL Spursy, Oxtis, Felipe, and Joe Luke.
Yeah, as you guys can see from the stream already, I forgot to do the gamma adjustments and everything else here before the start of the stream, because this is a new account I've created for this league for the streaming. So I forgot to do that. That's my fault, but I'm doing it right now, and I'm glad I'm fixing that. I'll just have to deal with KPH on my screen. Usually I have miles per hour because I'm American, but that's the thing. I'm gonna have to deal with something different today. And obviously dealing with something different is that's a challenge for some people. Anyways, we got Molly on top right now. Hamilton, your mic is echoing, I believe. Molly is on top right now, but he's coming in the pits. Yum is 7/10 behind, but on the medium tires. We've seen 6 people do laps so far. Let's rock Crumply, Kilbro, and FRA Alonso, the other guys who've done laps so far. There's going to be someone else on a lap at least. There's 2 people retired. Zakshi being one of them who's DQ'd. Us being one of them who has also DNF'd. RPL Spursey's on track. JRT Norris on track also. Golden Fast another one.
Fingerboy in the final sector.
I think. Yep. And he is entering the final sector. RPL Spursey getting out of the way. ERS applied up to overtake for him, heading to the final 2 corners, hitting the grass just a little bit. No, might be lag. Anyways, heading the final corner. It looks like a decent lap for him. Might put him P2, P3. Let's see how it puts him. And Fingerboy to the line. It is P2.
No bad lap.
Got a lot of people on their out lap, down toward Felipe, Joe Loke, Reese, some of those guys on their out laps. You also have Ox on his out lap, along with Golden Fast, AK. JRT Norris on a lap to the line. That was invalidated, but I think he's starting one now.
He might be. Very slow through turn 1 though. No, I think he's backing off. Who's next across the line? One of the McLarens, I think it is. Nope, it's Oxtis. Starting a lap.
Alright, now I've got the settings that I need to. Alright, cool. Got every single setting lined up. That's awesome. JRT Norris did set in a lap, but it might have been delayed. With that, there has been 8 drivers who set in a time. Molly being fastest. He's on his out lap currently. Ooh, AK was actually one of the guys who just retired from the session. Where was that?
Oxtis out. Oxtis out at turn 1.
Too.
No, that's Reese. Where is Oxtis out? Oh, the fast right-hander.
5 people out of the session already. Felipe, let's take her on board with him because he's on that lap actually into turn 3 here. Gotta hit the apex just right. Gotta clip that curb just a little bit. Same here. Just clip the curb. Again, clip the outside curb just a little bit through the faster hander. A tricky part of the racetrack. And going through that part of the track to the end of sector 1. It is so tricky to get right. You have to make sure everything is right. Not just a little mistake. Everything has to be right. You can't have that little mistake. Or even that big mistake. In sector 2, the end of sector 2. A little right left hander. Small chicane, I guess. Now you head to the big chicane, the fast chicane. And heading to sector 3, let's see where he's at. 48.5 for that sector. And he's got a tow from FRA Alonso, a small tow. And he might have got held up a little bit, but didn't get held up too much. Anyways, heading towards sector 3 now, and he's got traffic in front of him. They've got to get out of his way. 5 players, good penalty for Harrison. Colliding with Golden Fast, and now he's in the way of Felipe. Felipe definitely had to back off from that, and that actually probably costed him. And now to the line. Here comes Felipe. At the start-finish line, where does he rank compared to everyone else? Felipe. Invalidated, maybe. No, second. Oh, that's...
Oh yeah, it was very delayed.
Yeah. It's not good. That was...
Both
Anyways,
rides just
you
started
also
laps.
have who else do you also have? Harrison, yeah, he has a 5 grid penalty for collision with Golden Fast. That was who he collided with. He also held up Felipe just a little bit. There was someone else who just completed a lap too. I think it was a Williams. Who else? It was Joe Loke, 13 seconds off the pace. You also have RPL Blizzard on a lap into turn 1 in his McLaren. ERS applied, DRS applied now. Heading into 7th gear, almost 8th gear. Turn 3, and Molly goes even faster, a 1:19.7. That's an incredible lap. And now his McLaren teammate, RPL Blizzard, what can he do?
Oh, Findiam losing on the final corner. Where does he put his racing point? P2.
Second. 1:20.2. That's a very good lap by him. 5/10 behind Molly. You also have behind that RPL Blizzard. Heading into the end of Sector 2. 26.5 in that first sector. What can he do compared to his McLaren teammate of Molly? ERS and overtake, of course. 26.5, 48.4 for the sector. A little bit delayed. A little bit sideways off of the chicane. Keeps it going, though. Now, where is this going to put him when he comes to the start finish line? He goes a little bit wide. He gets sideways. He has a little bit of a tank slapper there. And he's definitely backing off of that one. He knows that it was not going to be a good lap there.
Harrison did just set a lap, but it was invalid. Spursy and Golden Pass both on their out laps. Blizzard pitting. Joe Loke running the final corner to start a lap. J2 race also about to spin the runner.
Molly 41. I want to mention about, oh, he's stopped in the racetrack. Okay, he's just letting people go. I thought he was just stopped in the racetrack, or maybe gotta get DQ'd for a minute there, because you know the game, how it could be if you try to reverse once. You know, sometimes the game is a little bit strict on that. Maybe it DQs you for that exact reason. So, Molly 41, 1:19.7 already. Do you think we get any faster than that, Harrison? Or Hamilton, sorry.
Yeah, I reckon we do see something quicker than a 19.7. Especially with the likes of Joe Loke. Because just so you know, she retires from the session. Joe Loke. My controller got out half of 3 seconds. And Joe Loke.
Yeah,
Joe Loke!
sure you're still connected. Whoa,
Joe Loke,
whoa, there he goes!
Well, I reckon Marley, he could go a few tenths quicker than that.
Do we see him toward low 119s? I mean, what do you think? What do you think is, you know, legit, a legit lap?
I think the best lap we're going to see in the session, a 19.5 or a 19.4. Joe Loke leaving the session there.
Yeah. He might have disconnected, he might have raged, don't know. Obviously, I'm not necessarily sure. Crumbly tripod on a lap. His Alfa Romeo, ERS applied it high, and obviously we know F1 2020, the difference with ERS now, it's going to be changed. What do you think of that, Hamilton?
I think it gives it more of a realistic sense to the game, as in real F1 cars, the drivers cannot deploy it themselves, so it gets auto-deployed from the driver, hitting the wall. Only going just barely faster. Joe Loke is back in the session. Who else is on a lap? Harrison out of fuel. Go through the fast chicane.
There's the yellow flag. Where is that? No clue where it is. Can't see it anywhere in the full track map. And Golden Fast gonna set a lap here pretty soon. Coming to the start finish line. Has a few more corners left. And where does he rank up compared to his competitors? Golden Fast off the final corner. Where does he go? We should be seeing in a few moments' time. And he is going to go P6. Very close between P3 through P10. Very close between there. 8/10 between them. Between those guys from P3 P10.
Marley and Finder Yum now coming to start. Ran in the final corner. Starting his lap in the McLaren. I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to say Finder Yum. Also starting a lap in the racing point. Felipe half a tenth up in the middle sector. What can he do in the final sector? Let's Rock also come to start a lap.
Molly's also on a lap through turn 3. Turn 4 now. His McLaren. yet to set a lap with RPO Blizzard, but Molly 41, the other McLaren teammate, on top. What is his first sector? It's 2/10 down. Ooh. Wow.
Findy, I'm also down in his first sector. Let's rock. 700s up. Got them fast coming to the pits now. One of the Red Bulls starting lap. I think it's a Voki, so I'm going to say it. Starting a lap. RPL Blizzard in the first sector on an out lap. Let's rock 3/10 up in the middle sector. Molly pits.
Ooh, whoa, that was a big slide for Molly. Anyways, find his racing point. Where does he go? Does he beat Molly? Does he improve on his time? Where does he go? Let's find out. Goes to the top, 1:19.6.
Wow.
Amazing lap. 1:10.
Let's rock.
He has that provisional pole by right now. Blizzard coming.
Let's rock finishing a lap. 20.8.
2/10 down in that first sector for Evoki. Let's see where he gets in the second sector. How much does he improve by, or how much is he down by? Let's see. He is a second down. He must have made a mistake somewhere. No wonder he's running no ERS. Let's rock, like you mentioned, I believe, up to 4th in his Haas. RPL Blizzard to the line, starting his lap. Just gonna go check the chat from this, because I've yet to check the chat. I'm just going to Twitch and checking the chat right now. I apologize for any questions or anything like that I've not answered in the chat yet. I'm gonna do that now. Start watching that. Anyways, Find is on top right now. We saw a 1:19.6. You predicted a 1:19.4, 1:19.3 for that pole position. Where do you expect Molly to go if he improves?
I expect him to probably get pole position off Find as Find only now just pitting. I don't think he'd have time for another lap. And him and Find and Marley just dominating the session, so I don't think anyone else could challenge them.
Yeah, a second ahead. That's insane. Where Felipe's at compared to the rest of the field, 120.8. They're a full one second behind. It's incredible the gap 1 and 2 have in terms of this.
Is it gonna be an interesting race, or is it gonna be a boring race where the front two just dominate?
Either way, I think we see a battle between Molly and him. And we see RPL Blizzard go P7.
What was his lap? 21.1. Gone fast on an out lap. Around the penultimate corner to start his lap. He goes off to let someone by. One of the Toro Rossos, it was Fingerboy, who's on a lap. Fingerboy to P3.
Ooh, improving there. And FRA Alonso on a lap. Does he? 2 1,000s down. Easily could have invalidated there, but he did not. Now, just barely down in his time. Oh, he loses some traction off the curb. And what I'm wondering is, does he get ahead of Spursy or Crumply? Because he has the chance to do so. Heading through Sector 3, he's got to improve. Now he's coming to the pits. Crumply is coming to the line this time. And his Alfa Romeo. Where does he go? He's going to go. Ooh, he's down on his time. P10 still. A 10th down.
Felipe,
Blizzard's on the lap, I believe, too.
On his lap.
We're about to start one.
Up. Spursy retires for the session. Felipe, could we see him go into second? He was 7 pins up in the middle sector there. Marley 2 pins
third, I'd
down.
Say. Worst. Felipe is coming to the line this time in his Mercedes. Where does he go compared to the rest of the field? He's going to go third, but he's within a second this time. Now, the Red Bull, it is Avaki pitting. Behind that, Golden Fast on a lap. He can easily improve to the top 4. Where does he go? Let's see. He goes third. Little bit of a delay
Marley
there.
doesn't improve.
Not at all.
Finger
And the
boy.
racing point coming to the line. Harrison stays P13,
13.
but goes
Kilbro.
faster.
Kilbro's P9.
Ninth.
I
Where
think
does the
that's it.
Toro Fingerboy go? He pits. And you are right, that is it, except for Crumply, unless he's on a lap. No, he is not.
Wow.
He is kind of on,
And then that.
yeah. Thank you for finishing the words, I forgot. Anyway, my
Whoa.
first time commentating here. Your first time commentating here, Hamilton. Crumply comes to the line, finally. So, obviously, just waiting on Fingerboy's AI car to go back into the garage and then we're good. So it's Find Yum, Molly, Golden Fast, Felipe, the top four. Interesting qualifying session.
Yeah, 3.5 tenths separate the top three. Find a 19.6. Very good lap from the man at the racing point. Marley, unfortunately, couldn't improve on his second lap that he set in the session. He sits in second place, 1.4 tenths off of Find a Yum. Gordon Fast, P3. Only other man to get inside at the 19s, and Felipe and Fingerboy round out the top 5. Let's Rock, the only other person to get into the 20s. Avoki, 21.0. RPL Blizzard in 8th place in the McLaren. Not as good as his teammate, Marley 41. Kilbro 6928, P4 in his Ferrari, beating his teammate in this first round. RPL Spursy rounds out the top 10.
Harrison also has a grid penalty, but 5 drivers instead of time is actually a really fast driver. I've seen his pace before. Epic Scouts, another one. Expect to see those guys charging through the field because I've seen their pace before. So they have the chance to come through the field and maybe get some good points. I can assume points for them, but I'm not gonna try to assume a podium yet or anything like that. But I think it's actually the fastest out of the guys who didn't set a time.
Yeah, he pulled the stupid idea of going out of the pits, turning left and going up the pit straight, which I just managed to catch just before he got disqualified. Don't know why he would do that, but he did. Maybe he just wants to start from the back, try and get some good points.
Or maybe charge his way through the field, who knows? I mean, I've seen his pace before. He's got great pace, and if he can put that together and maybe come to the field, he should do good.
Yeah, another quick driver who's very, very low. Jolo KT4, P15 I think he is, maybe P16.
We'll have to find out. 29 laps, I think, around Australia, and we should find out who will become victorious in this race. Well, my first time commentating this league, so obviously a lot new to me, and I'll get used to it within the first 2-3 races, so it should be interesting to get used to. I believe your first time commentating and your first time here anyway, so it's good to see us both, from the other leagues that we've commentated before anyway, now we come here and commentate this.
Oh, it's only a 25% race.
Oh, that's right, I forgot the 25% races. Well, here we go. Start. I didn't realize there was no formation lap. Find Yum takes the lead over Molly, and here we go. For P6, RPL Blizzard battling Kilbro and RPL Spursy side by side with Crumply Tripod. Heading into turn 3 already. We also have F. Ray Alonso side by side with Vox going down the inside of JRT Norris. Side by side through the faster hander. You can't go side by side there because if you do, you're going to easily get in a crash. And the Toroso and the Haas try to go through this wing damage. Going a bit wide. Is that Toroso making contact with the Haas? At the very back, Jachi has gained up a few positions, only 2, but Molly 41 is 7 tenths behind Find Yum. And now 2 tenths separate the gap between Crumply, Tripod, and Kilbro. And behind that, RPL Spursy gaining on Joe Logue for P9. The position might straight heading out of the chicane.
Joe Logue already up 5 positions from the start there. That was a very good lap. And we've got a yellow flag. Who is it?
Oh, Zaxi has gone out! Along with
Simo.
Reese, who's got a 5-second penalty for colliding with him, and there's a VSC.
Is it going to slow down the field? Give everyone a chance to save their Iris. Will anyone catch anyone napping?
Pitting already is Yum. Maybe try to go the rest of the race. Felipe also pitting too. And we go back to the green flag. Molly 41. Fastest lap and leading the race over Golden Fast as we head out of turn 2. Apologize. My apologies though for not really catching that there was no formation lap. That was my fault. But there are two 25% races here. Baku being the second one, obviously. So it's Australia, Baku. Obviously my first time commentating, like I said, so I'll get used to it by next week. Joe Loke sitting behind Crumpy Tripod and Kilbro, watching this battle happen. Crumpy goes slightly in the grass, but Joe Loke is his challenge to challenge down the inside. Contact, and around he goes.
Very optimistic move
Spinning
from
round.
Joe Loke. Didn't work. Now he's finding himself back down in P13.
The two Red Bulls come closer to each other. RPO Blizzard actually out of the session. There's been a collision with Fingerboy, along with Golden Fast. Side by side between AK and Akshis, and side by side around the outside goes AK, and I believe that's a safety car.
This is perfect for Marley. He can pit now.
Out of the race, RPO Blizzard and Fingerboy also go from that collision out of the last corner of Sector 2. So, obviously that's the reason the safety car has been caused. Kilbro is going to pit. Crumply's staying out. Why would he stay out? This is his perfect chance to pit. JRT Norris staying out. Also, RPL Spursy pitting. Red Bulls aren't going to double stack this time, though. And Joe Loke gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting on the racetrack. Golden Fast actually hit the pit wall while trying to make the pits.
He made collision with... Oh, Jelly got a collision penalty with Golden Fast, apparently. I don't know where that came from. I just saw it out the corner of my eye.
They're going to double stack. They both have no front wing from that whole situation, and because of this, the guys who are on the softs lead this race, and the guys who've yet to pit. So, when does Crumbly, JRT Norris, Avaki, and Akshis pit? Epic Scouts, Harrison, they're on the mediums, and they've also yet to pit so far. We have a safety car, if you're just joining us, on lap 3 of the race out of 15 to the 25% race.
Spurs in a net P4, AK in a net P5. Very good start from them both. AK up 4 positions. RPL Spurs, he started 10th, he's still there now, but he is in a net P4 right behind the 3 leaders of Marley, Findy Young, and Aaron Felipe.
Safety cars should probably be coming in next
in the
time,
next few laps.
assume? Yeah. I would assume. Well, Golden Fast is actually trying to race Reese's AI. I'm not sure why that is, but they're trying to race each other's AI. I don't know why that is. Anyways, this gives a good chance for Find Yum and Aaron Felipe to kind of challenge Molly 41 and Harrison, who is the other racing point. But Molly's in a racing point sandwich. The thing is about that, Molly's got to get by Harrison and the cars in front of him. Do the cars in front of him though pit? Because they've yet to pit, and they've realized they made a mistake. Because the rest of the people can go the rest of the race.
They can,
yeah, you
indeed.
See them pitting. JRT Norris not pitting though, along with Epic Scouts also not pitting. Harrison not pitting.
Now all the soft runners
So
switched onto the mediums.
So we see 3 people stay out though. Well, yeah, I would assume so, because it's a 25% race in the first place. I mean, why wouldn't you switch to the mediums if you're in a 25% race? Well, 17 drifted out of the 20 running. Baku, it will be up next, so don't turn away. You'll be watching that one pretty soon after this. Anyways, JRT Norris leads this race. He's the only one on the soft compound tires as of right now. Epic Scouts, Harrison, they both yet to pit. They're behind that. Molly, Find Yum, and Felipe and Spursy, the 4 who would have this race lead right now if it weren't for the guys who stayed out.
Well, a few familiar faces for us two in here actually. Of JRT Norris, Felipe we both know. Who else do we know in here? I know Golden Fast and Oxtis and Fingerboy, Blizzard and Zatsy. All from various different leagues. I mean, quite a lot of them. But let's go in this lap. Yeah. Oh, someone's binned it. Avoki binned it on the safety car. He was warming up his tyres. He's lost half of his front wing. I was on board with Oxtis as that happened. What does Jerry do? Should you back up the pack, go right to the line like Verstappen did in Brazil?
We could see that because that's probably the smarter thing to do at a track like this. But the thing is, you don't want to go right at the final corner. You might want to go on that main straight. You don't want to go at the very final corner because of the fact you could easily get the wheel spin. You could easily spin out of the final corner. I've seen people do it. I've commentated people have done it. I've seen people do it many times. He's backing up the pack right now. He's got Epic Scouts behind him along with Harrison. He gets sideways. Harrison, a little bit of a tick slapper from Molly, passes him before the line. And here we go back to the green flag. Molly gives himself out of the Racing Point sandwich. And here comes Yum and Felipe gaining on Harrison. Harrison
very
passed by
lucky.
But Felipe, his challenge, yeah, you see that right there. Really lagging, goes
on
the wall.
He spins!
Yeah. Could tell if that was lag at first, but yeah, he is around. And Avaki pitting from wing damage. Epic Scouts trying to get in JRT Norris on the different strategies. Molly 41 also staying within DRS range when DRS gets enabled. Of these guys, find Yum 3/10 within him. Also have a yellow flag again. I think it was Let's Rock.
JRT Norris pulling away from Epic Scouts here. But JRT Norris' tyres are going to run out a lot quicker than the Mercedes drivers as he is on 4-lap on softs. Scouts on 4-lap on mediums. With Marley right behind him going into the fast chicane. Does anyone retire this time?
It's an easy place to mess up. It's an easy place to screw up. To screw your race. It could be race ending so easily. We all know that. We've all experienced it at least once. And there he goes going fast into a barrier right in front of the field.
I was right on board with him for that. I was waiting for someone. That's always the best part. Oh, and Harrison almost going wide and losing it.
Epic Scouts is trying to hold his position, and look at the gap between JRT Norris and him. JRT Norris fastest lap, and Molly, I've got to say, he's got Yum on his rear gearbox. He needs to get going because he needs to get by Epic Scouts here in order to stay ahead of Find Yum if Molly wants to do so. And now DRS will be enabled next lap and next time by. Epic Scouts goes a little bit wide. Molly still trying to challenge into turn 4. Now to the fast right-hander. Toward the end of sector 1, he's got a challenge if he wants to have a chance to get by him and have clear track ahead of Yum.
Reese!
Oh, Reese is out.
Where's that?
Fast right-hander.
Fast right-hander, I think. I think he manually retired. His car's still going.
Epic Scouts is got by Molly. And Find Yum trying to challenge. Molly was ahead for a moment on Epic Scouts. I think Molly. Oh my God, yeah. Epic
Molly
Scouts
ran
got back now. Going. Yeah, they went inside of each other because of lag, but going wide. Epic Scouts keeps it going. He's back at P7 now. Down the inside, Kilbro goes a little bit wide, goes in the grass, and almost spins right in front of the field. But there goes Joe Loke, actually out of the session.
One of, if not the quickest driver here. Now out of the position, DRS enabled this time. Marley not really gaining on. He's going to have to defend very hard and find the who has the better DRS out of him, Felipe and Spursy, who are not that far behind him. Uphill Spursy managing to stay with these guys here. AK not that far behind either. FR Alonso starting a train of his own. Let's Rock just behind him. Kilbro, Crumpy Tripod, and Oxus all in that same train.
3/10 is the gap between Spursy and Felipe. A lot of lag here between some of the drivers, but pitting was Epic Scouts, who made the mistake through the chicane. Comes out on the soft tires just ahead of Abaki. These two will be battling, but I want to focus on the front of the field. Find Yum. Close to Molly 41. 7/10 is that gap. He's going to have DRS this time. Let's Rock has actually left the session.
I'll invite him back quickly.
Oh, Find Yum goes around out of the race. And the chicane has claimed another victim from this race.
Everyone that's been to the chicane, I have been on board with. It's just, if I'm on board with someone and they're at the chicane, they just lose it, I think. This just allowed Marley to get out of DRS Alpha Ian and Felipe here, who's in the podium spot, currently running a net P2. Before Alonso with a penalty for multiple warnings. Let's Rock running in P10 behind his teammate, Shazzy E. Oxtus, who I know from SOR. Very quick driver. For that league anyway. FR Alonso just about sticking with AK here. AK has now dropped off from Spursy and Felipe, and now Marley gaining on Giattinos for the lead.
Yeah, Spursky's gaining on Felipe. 6/10 is that gap. He might get him out of the chicane if a mistake is made. We easily see a lot of people make a mistake out of that chicane. That's so easy to make a mistake. Obviously, we can see someone lose it again. Who knows? I'm watching people right now.
I'm watching everyone.
I don't see anyone yet. Obviously,
let's
I would have cursed him. Side by side between the Toro Rosso and Ferrari making contact.
Yeah, FR Alonso went around the outside of AK there. Harrison with a penalty. Let's Rock now coming up to the chicane of death, as I like to call it. So I've been there many times. Giattinos pits from the lead. Let's Rock keeps it clean. Avoki also keeping it clean. Epic Scouse, very, very nice through chicane. Last person for now is Harrison SH59. He keeps it very clean. Now Marley. Felipe actually, I think, gaining on Marley here. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Well, back to the pack. There's 6th, 7th, 8th, the Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, and Haas. The Alfa Romeo tried to dive it down the inside. Got a little bit sideways, and he still is. And there's Felipe's out.
Fast right-hander.
What is it with the guys who contended with Molly binning at this race? Fine Young being one of them. Golden Fast. Felipe being guys who contended with Molly or got close to him. They've binned it, and now the gap between the race lead is 4 seconds.
What happened to Zatsi? He never moved off the line, I don't think.
No, he did. He crashed in the chicane. I believe RPO Blizzard, I think it was. There was someone else he crashed with, I think, too. But anyways, it's close between 5th, 6th, and 7th, and even 4th. Now, the Toro Rosso dives down the inside of Kilbro, and he gets by, and he's still ahead.
A lot of lag. They're inside of each other. Kilbro just ahead of AK. AK braking a lot later than the Ferrari driver there. This is allowing Kilbro's teammate FR Alonso to catch up onto RPL Spursy. AK, this whole race is just Arlene's internet. That's all I can describe it as. And now 4th through 6th are switching positions. Oh, this is no. Stop the lag. AK lost 3 positions in 2 straights, but now he just lags down the inside. What a move. Okay, close to Let's Rock.
Did pit for those mediums just a lap ago. Just want to mention that. I'll be kind of ignore the lag for now. Yeah, JRT Norris did pit from that fingerboard left session. Yeah, JRT Norris pitted from all that, and now he's gaining a little bit. He's got the fresher mediums, which is good, but I don't think it's enough time to gain on this little DRS train of cars. And FR Alonso getting close to RPL Spursy within DRS range. He gets DRS. His DRS is very low compared to RPL Spursy, down below 10%, which is not even good at all. It's not what you want.
Crumbly Tripod gaining on it. Kilbro there into the final sector they go. Round the right-hander. Now this next right-hander, AK has actually dropped off from this pack here. I think they are catching up to the other Ferrari and the Red Bull of RPL Spursy and FR Alonso here. Crumbly Tripod with a very, very poor exit onto straight. This has allowed AK to catch up. And Oxtis with the engine glitch for me. Lagging in and out of AK.
Well, they're trying to go wheel to wheel. He gets a penalty. And RPL Spursy gets passed by FR Alonso. Yep. The position trade between those two side by side now. They're not inside of each other anymore. AK and never mind. I say that and they are. Oxys gets ahead of AK though for the time being. FRA Alonso 5/10 ahead of RPL Spursy. The gap between them two was 4/10. It changed positions between them just a moment ago.
Will we see another position trade? Will we see a battle between these, the Ferrari and the Red Bull, until the end of this race? They go through the very quick chicane. FRA Alonso, Avoki's out!
Oh!
Fast right-hander again!
Faster hand and chicane. What is it about those two corners? Claims another victim there. Those two corners, Felipe and them. Oh, JRC Norris picking up a penalty. Side by side between AK and Oxy. Side by side again.
Ooh,
there's more contact.
I think AK might have lost a small bit of his wing there. Diving down the inside!
Oh, diving down the inside. Wow. How he made that work. He pushed him through though, so obviously that was a bit aggressive, but he got through.
And
So,
Scouse with
what
a
he
penalty.
needed.
Marley just sat comfortably out in the lead, ahead by 6 seconds of FRA Alonso, who's probably going to get P2 at this race. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to. Another yellow flag in sector 1. Who's that for? JRT Norris, I think off turn 2. Maybe manually retired?
Manually
I don't know.
Yup, that's what it looks like.
He's in a very good position. Currently tripod right on the gearbox of Kilbro 6928, going in to the end of the middle sector, just before the very quick left right hand chicane. AK now dropped off the spank. Oxys not far behind AK, but with a very, very low ERS. Currently tripod gets a penalty. Hopping over the curb.
Well, 4/10 is the gap between 6th and 7th, 3/10 the gap between 4th and 5th, and 5.9 the gap between the race lead Molly. Comes to 3 laps to go this time. We should see. Molly may be going to win. I mean, who knows? We obviously could say commentator's curse. We don't know. I mean, we've seen many people bin it out of fast right-hander, the chicane, 2 easy corners to bin it in. 2/10 is the gap between 4th and 5th. RPL Spursy being gained on. For that podium position, DRS enabled for Crumply gaining on Kilbro.
He's trying it around the outside, left the space. It's a very nice exit, but it's not enough. Oh, Gravity Driver hits him and he spins! This promotes AK and Oxys off a position. Now Kilbro fighting for a podium now against RPL Spursy. Scouse pits. Harrison loses it around the final, in the final sector. You could see a Ferrari 2-3 here. I don't want to jinx it. I'm very good at cursing things. I'm very good at cursing things, as I know
Yeah, you just kind of did.
my GSR commentary. Jack. Avoki left the session. He's already out. Very close battle between Oxys and AK.
Coming to 2 laps to go this time. Molly's still having the lead, 6.3 seconds over FRA Alonso. Close between 6th and 7th, a little bit of lag we can see. And 3rd and 4th also. The gap within DRS range, so that's a good thing. That's something we like to see. But behind that, 5th and 6th, the positions might trade here. Side by side between the Haas and Toro. So the Haas tries to charge around the right side, and now...
Oh, a lot of lag. AK is Irish, so you never know. It could actually be our lane here. Oxys, they're still inside of each other. They've been inside each other the whole of Sector 1. AK just coming out ahead of Oxys here. Kilbro. Within DRS off Spursy with a...
Oh, he spins himself!
Oh,
Oxy goes around and try to dive bomb. That was never going to work. At least in my mind, that's what I thought. It was never going to work, and it just didn't that time. AK probably could have given more room, but still didn't work.
Scouse going for fastest lap now. Marnie coming up to lap Harrison. think Harrison has some wing damage. No, he does not.
Well, Molly reaches the final lap this time, and he takes the final lap. 6.4 seconds is the gap, and 5/10 is the gap between third and fourth. Kilbro getting on Spursy into turn one. A lot of lag right there. 8th gear. And ERS up to 4. What he needs.
Kilbro getting very close to
Epic
back of
Scouts.
Spursy into turn 1.
Penalty.
Bit of lag, yeah. Penalty for Epic Scouts there. Going through the middle sector. At the far chicane. He almost loses it, but he keeps the car. Marley now. Not that far behind Harrison SH, who's going to score 1 point. Whether he's a lap down or not, doesn't matter. At least it's a point for him. Kilbro now. Very close to the back of RPL Spursy again through this middle sector. See, the Ferrari seems very strong through there.
Six tenths down that gap after Kilbro made a mistake. And RPL Spursy still got a good gap. And now it's the chicane, the death corner. Hits the grass.
Can we see Kilbro
now
down the
here comes
inside
Kilbro.
or around the outside? Oh! Hits the back of him.
It's the back of him. This time to the checkered flag off the following corner. Molly 41 dominated this race and has kept the lead since. Molly 41 takes a win, and he wins at Australia. 6 seconds is the gap.
For Alonso.
And now for
P2.
P4.
Who's it going to
It
be on
is Kilbro
penalties?
sitting at AK. Yeah, penalties will matter, obviously.
Kilbro
RPL
P3,
Spursy
I
keeps
think
last
that
podium
is.
spot.
Oxys P4.